Tami Lyn Show. This is the Tami Lyn Show. Go ahead, Tami Lyn. This is the Tami Lyn Show. Shut up in my bones, just like fire. Shut up in my bones, go Tami. Yippee-yo, yippee-yo, yippee-yay.
Hello, I'd like to welcome you all to an exciting show. I am your girl, Tami Lyn, and I'd like for you to fasten your safety belts. Listen, you're going to need your safety belt and your harness for this one. We're rolling out. Today we're going to talk about some things that you need to know. I'd like for you all to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show today. We're going to talk about the Blind Date series. Many of you have emailed me and thanked me for speaking about visual impairments. I'd like to say right on, keep your emails coming. Remember, you can always email me at tamilyn4you@gmail.com, and that is TAMILYN4YOU@gmail.com. I'd like to thank you all so very much for the wonderful time we had at the 70s high school reunion at Harry L's High. I mean, from Friday night, rocking over at Chevy's, we partied down. 70s music. We had a fantastic time. Saturday night was the event, and you may have seen some of the footage on Facebook. We had a blast, and on Sunday, let me tell you, we had a wonderful time at His Lordship's at the Berkeley Marina. You missed it. If you were not there, you missed it. Yes, you did. We won't be able to do it again. I think all of us will be 100 next time that rolls around. But I'd like to thank the committee. Everyone was so warming. And guess what? We're going to do the Kunga Dance song. I took the Kunga Dance song. I took a chance and released it that night, and it was a blast. We had a fun time. Henry Love and Patty, you guys were jamming on it, doing salsa. And also when I did the Chicago stepping, we had a wonderful time. So we're going to see how it goes today when you hear it. Many of you have joined me on Facebook. Please don't let it go by and you don't join me, because you need to know this information. Maybe you can see well, but maybe you have a friend or a loved one that don't see as well as you do. So it's you and I, or is it you and me? We got to hook up. So fasten them on. Excuse me. Today we are rolling out. Now I'd like to share one idea with you. I want to show you. Last week I showed you on the iPhone how you could check your money, and it is with the iPhone. It's an application, but this is an old-fashioned tool, something that you have to use yourself. You take your bill, which is a $1 bill here, and this instrument is a money identifier. You can receive a lot of these instruments for free if you are a student at Braille Institute. The Braille Institute, remember, 741 North Vermont. And that is the address to the Los Angeles Braille. The Braille Institute is free of charge, and you can get all sorts of tools, from learning the computer. You can do salsa, dancing, the aerobics, I mean, everything. You can do it there at Braille. They even have bowling. They have a jazz band. You can learn many skills. Acting, and the Los Angeles Braille, or they have one in Orange County. Look it up in your phone book. This is an identifier, and it is a very sleek instrument that has the ability to have audio. Now, you see it said era. I'm going to put this bill. There is a slight, I guess you would call, keychain holder here, and that's how you know it's right side up. So when you flip it over, on the side, there is a very small slit that you would slide the bill in, insert it all the way. It cannot be folded, so you can't have it bent. All of the ends are upright, and voila. What you do is you $1, and that's how you know what increment of bill you have. That's one way. Some people who are visually impaired have ways of folding money, and they also have wallets that you can purchase at Braille. and put your bills and put your ones a certain way. A lot of people just get straight ones. For the longest time, I would have like stacks of money. And people would be like, wow, you have a lot of money. And I said, hey, I'm going to make it rain. But actually, I was putting my money in singles because, yes, the blind does get robbed. And check this out. Integrity is everything. And for the last 50-something years of my life, I've lived on the Hicks approach. Honesty, integrity, character, kindness, and sincerity. And through using those tools, a lot of people will play you close and think that they're, pulling one on you. But they're not. You have to learn as a visually impaired person to take care of yourself. You have to learn about organizations that will protect you in the sense of if you are robbed. Because sometimes I experienced tellers not giving me the correct amount of money back. People that you know will also take advantage of you, and people that you don't know. So be aware. I'd also like to tell you about the ability to protect yourself physically. There is Dr. Young at the Braille Institute. I believe he's at, Master Young is at the Orange County Braille. And he will teach you tools to protect yourself with karate and other tools to protect yourself using your mighty whitey, your white cane. I call it a stick, and a lot of people are offended, but don't worry about it. Call it what you need to, but use it. And I showed you last time how it breaks down, and also that it is a very viable tool to help you get around. You won't have to wonder where you are because you can feel it on the ground. It shows you transition. One thing that I'd like to tell you that's very vital when you're visually impaired is that you need mobility training. The Braille Institute and other organizations will help you get the mobility training that you need. Now, I also want to ask you, did you get your $50,000? And you may ask how. Did you know if you retired and you applied for Social Security disability insurance, you are entitled to monies that you probably have allowed them to keep. If you email me and give me your email, we'll talk about it. I am Tami Lyn. I am your girl. I'm going to do some dancing right now because I want to do the conga dance. Many of you know that I have been playing tambourine. They call me Tami Lyn. I have been playing tambourine all my life, congas. I don't play as well as Henry Love, who's one of our guests today, but let me tell you, I do my thing. And I love the tambourine. I also like to incite other young people to play the tambourine. Yes, it's noisy, but hey, it is so fun. And make a joyful noise. Holla at your girl. Right now, I want you to enjoy two things. I am going to dance to Chicago Stepping, which is a song I wrote. I was so inspired. I know many of you have heard Stepping in the Name of Love, which was made popular by R. Kelly. But Henry Love, who's here with us today, had a lot of influence on that music, and he'll speak on that. But I wrote a stepping song, too. I visited Chicago many times, and I just fell in love with Chicago. That is my type of town. Stepping, it's just a wonderful style of dancing. And I wrote a stepping song because I also wrote other entities to the stepping game. But we'll talk about that at a later date. But what I would like for you to do is to sit back. And the lyrics on this Chicago Stepping says, got my brand new shoes on. Got my baby in my zone. Step. Got me a brand new ride too. Leather seats. I'm in my lane. Step. And what it does is it brings intimacy. I mean, I did it from a female perspective with the conga track. So you let me know how you enjoy it. And step to it. Stepping is a great form of exercise, which I need more of. And the next song that you'll see me dance to is one of my latest endeavors, salsa. And it's caliente. I love it. I am spinning my wheels here, but I love salsa. I love the congas. I love the music. I love the Afro Raza. And that's what this track is all about, mixing ingredients together, putting in all of the different sounds that I've heard through the years that represents what I'm about. So that track is called the Kunga Dance, because you hear people say it's not called kungas, it's congos. But whatever you call it, just let the body muse and become an instrument and enjoy it. And it's called Kunga Dance. So sit back, relax. I'm Tami Lyn. Hi, I told you we had a special guest today. I would like you to help me welcome Uncle Henry Love. Henry, thank you so much. Smooches. Thank you so much, Henry Love,
Thank you.
for being here today. And I'd like for you to share with my viewers and your viewers as well, because we've worked on several shows together. I'd like for them to tell them who you are, first of all. Uncle Henry Love.
Okay.
You can look into that middle camera and just tell us what your name is and where you're from.
My name is Henry Love Vaughn. I'm from the city of Chicago, Illinois. Morgan Park is the community that I was born and raised in.
Okay.
Okay. And I started with Curtis Mayfield when I was 17 years old.
Okay.
Just to give you a little background. And I left there in Chicago. I came out in California. And I got with Harvey Fuqua of the Moonglows. Okay. And which he was the brother-in-law of Marvin Gaye.
Okay. Now let me ask you something. So was Harvey Fuqua? Now was Harvey the person that introduced you to New Birth?
Yeah, Harvey Fuqua produced and owned New Birth.
Okay.
Okay.
New Birth is a group that made such songs as
Wildflower, Dream Merchant. I can understand.
Okay.
It's been such a long time.
All right.
And we're talking about million sellers.
Oh,
million
wow.
sold millions.
Okay.
Okay. And Harvey Fuqua is a brother-in-law to Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
And because Harvey Fuqua married Berry Gordy's sister.
Okay.
And Marvin Gaye married Berry Gordy's sister. So they were both married to Berry Gordy's sisters, made them brother-in-laws.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Now that we have the history of Harvey Fuqua, now, when you started off dancing with Curtis Mayfield,
Yeah.
now was it just yourself, or Henry is an identical twin, Life
Right.
and Love,
Right.
and you and Life were dancers. And what did the Whispers call you guys?
Boogaloo twins.
The Boogaloo
we were
twins.
called the Boogaloo twins.
The Boogaloo
Of course, we
twins.
can boogaloo now.
Okay.
Now, wasn't no
So
joke
now the
about it.
Boogaloo is what? So for
Boogaloo
those
is
that
a
don't
dance
know.
that we're doing. The names back there was a twist and a roach and all these different kinds, mashed potatoes and all these different dances.
Right.
And we were Boogaloo twins because we were very good at what we do in the Boogaloo.
Okay, so now let me ask you something to speed it up to where we are today. I mentioned earlier that Stepping in the Name of Love, you had some influence in that making of the whole stepping
Right.
genre to come to fruition.
I'm a stepper.
Okay. Now, when you say stepping, many of you have heard, like I was saying earlier, step in the name of love, and you may have tried to step side to side and turn it around. But when you step, now stepping is an intimate dance between two people where you're basically stepping, just like it says, stepping, and you don't really necessarily have to turn around and dip it back, but
no, you don't. No, you don't.
let us know, Brother Love.
You don't have to do that. No, you don't have to do it.
Okay. So now, just let me ask you this: would you do this? I'm gonna do beautiful suit, but I'm gonna do my conga dance, and I'm gonna also do Chicago stepping.
Okay.
Now, when I do my Chicago stepping, can you step for us to show us?
Yes, I will.
What stepping is versus telling us.
Right.
And I know that we'll get together too in a later date and show you, because he promised us a few years ago that he would come and teach us to step.
Right.
Now, Uncle Henry Love, let me ask you this. When you step, what is your main objective? Is it to have fun? Is it to count? Or what is the objective of stepping?
It's to have fun.
Have fun.
All right, number
Very
one.
good.
Number
That's
two,
what we
not only
wanna
having
do.
fun, I don't do no counting.
Okay, so you do the OG.
We do the
Chicago
OG
style
stepping, where
where
we have fun and we're
Okay.
able to have cocktails and drink where we're not 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4. You know, that's like an exercise that you have to remember what you counting, the way that you're counting.
Okay.
And it's just difficult for people to maintain that while they're drinking.
Now, let me ask you something. Everyone doesn't drink, but if you choose to, then you just want a free ability to not have to remember. But let me ask you something, because we're going to get right. We're going to hear Henry Love sing a couple songs, What a Difference a Day Makes, and Stormy Weather.
Stormy Monday.
Not Stormy. I went to Lena Horne. But
Well, Stormy Weather is another different song.
Stormy Monday. So when you do your stepping, you're also a total entertainer, because you dance and you sing.
Absolutely.
And you write music as well.
Right.
You have a very interesting legacy. Very briefly, Henry Love, can you tell us about the songs that you're going to sing for us today? Because we'd like to have you back on the show. But can you tell us about the songs today?
Well, I grew up as a young man with older entertainers, older people, from my dad, mom dancing on all the way down. And the Dells, Big Marvin Jr., the Dells, I was 17 years old when I met Big Marvin. And we were brothers ever since the day he left here to his transition.
Okay.
But
you going to do one of the Dell songs today?
No, I'm not doing one of the Dell songs today.
What song are you going to do? Stormy?
I'm going to do What a Difference a Day Make, and they call it Stormy Monday.
They call it Stormy Monday.
Yeah, they call it Stormy Monday.
You heard it live from
really,
Uncle
after
Henry
Stormy
Love.
Monday is What a Difference a Day Make.
Okay.
Now, if you get my gist,
yeah, he's just
after
doing
a stormy Monday, what a difference a day makes. The sunshine, bright.
Right.
People hearts are much better.
Yes, I certainly do understand. So as we listen to Uncle Henry Love, What a Difference a Day Makes, and Stormy Monday.
Okay.
Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Uncle Henry.